Like, you know how parents like to feel that their kid is special, so like, that may have been exaggerated.
He was very young and the youngest kid in the team, and he wasn't quite ready.
I remember very well that at that time, we had nothing.
Each one, got to teach one. Let's learn from one another. Let's go.
My name is Kgaugelo Bopape. I live in Orlando, Soweto, and I go to Horizon International High School. I am 17 years old, and I was a bronze medalist at the International Mathematical Olympiad. I have 4 siblings. I have 1 little brother, and I have 1 older sister and 2 little sisters younger than me. The relationship is very strong. There's a strong bond between us. We always try to help each other out. I help them out with maths and like with other like issues they're facing a lot of the time. And my parents like genuinely tried to give me the most like uplifting childhood that they could. We didn't have that much as a family, like in terms of like financially speaking, but like they still tried to make life as exciting for me as they possibly could. My family was always supportive, you know, like they were the pillar of support that I needed, like mentally speaking, like to ensure that like I was never stressed out or like that I always stayed focused, stayed sharp mentally, and like because they saw me as you know someone who brought great like pride to the family because like of my achievements. My parents always like to share that with people. Overall, it's generally just like overwhelming support of each other. I was never really into sports. I didn't really, like, I'm very small, so like, I didn't really have the physical capabilities to play sports, but I always tried. I always saw the other kids playing around and like, I don't want to be the one on the side. So like, even though I couldn't, like, I always tried and like, I fell down every time, like, pass the ball to Kgaugelo was the worst decision anyone could ever make. Like, but like I tried my best with sports and like to be more than just like the maths guy. When I was a kid, according to most people around me, they said that I had a photographic memory. I could remember anything I saw. Like when I saw a number plate of some car that passed by, I could apparently remember all of the digits. I could remember the car name and brand. When I was 8 years old, it was the 2010 World Cup. There were many like tourists coming to like, you know, see the games. So like they'd bring the flags of their countries. Apparently I could identify most of the countries by just looking at the flags. I don't really know how true that is. Like, you know how parents like to feel that their kid is special. So like, that may have been exaggerated, but like, yeah, that's the stories my parents said about me. I was always like excited about like learning new things in school, like always like interacting with teachers like in primary school. And like the interaction with my teachers is where like all of this math stuff started. People have always thought of me as like the nerd type. I've always been doing these like contests and stuff, and you know, I've always been more academic type person. I didn't really care much for the label. Like, I just wanted to do what's best for me and to see what comes out of that. I thought of it as just like trying to better myself as a person, you know. Throughout all of school, high school, primary school, I just thought of me breaking the boundaries of what's possible, like national, international, whatever happens, I'm gonna try and do my best. I was okay as long as there's like a community of people who could understand what it was like, who wouldn't discriminate as much as like, you know, the average student. And like that support between my friends who were in that similar situation, that's kind of what kept me, you know, moving forward towards like all of the goals that I wanted, be it maths, science, school, whatever it was. I've always had like big goals, like to be the best in the district, in the school, in the province maybe. That's the kind of stuff that I had, and my friends also were sort of like that. So that's why the relationship between them was kind of strong. I started to realize that I had an affinity for maths in grade 6. My teacher chose me for this thing called the Horizon Maths Competition. I wrote in my school and I did fairly well. You know, that started me off on this journey. Like, I had to prepare for the contest itself. That was the main, like, sort of introduction to the whole process that got me to like where I am today. I had to go to the school to write. When I went to the school, Horizon High, I saw this kid in a green blazer. A green blazer is national colors, like for the best in the country. And I was like, wow, if I go here, I want to be like that guy. And that's kind of what started me off. You know, going to Horizon High School and doing the Horizon Maths Competition, which I came out like 87th in the province. That was pretty nice. And Horizon just saw that and thought like, okay, this kid could do something someday. Let's see what comes out of that. The initial reaction of my family after I did well in my first contest in grade 6, it wasn't the first time they saw me on stage getting a prize for some contest. So it wasn't all that new to them. They just saw it as this other thing that Kgaugelo did in school, like, congratulations, you did something nice. They were very casual about it. They were supportive, of course, but like, they didn't really know the kind of possibilities it would open. Neither did I. You know, I was like, Mom, I did this Horizon Maths competition, and now I want to go to the school called Horizon. And my parents, they didn't agree, but like, they always tried to be supportive. That's the relationship between me and my parents. And you know, because they saw that like, you may have this talent in like maths, and if you think you can do something about it by going to Horizon, then like, go ahead, push forward and try and reach your dreams. That's the kind of attitude that my parents had towards my maths career, I think. Almost definitely wasn't easy. And in fact, over time, it got a lot more difficult.
The most painful part of this whole thing, Horizon, I lost my job.
Let's learn from one another. Let's go. Let's learn from one another. Let's go.
I was definitely worried that like, my parents' financial situation would prevent me from going to Horizon. The school fees was pretty steep. I didn't know that they could. They tried their best. They tried to accommodate my goals as much as they could. And I thank them for that. Like, it almost definitely wasn't easy. And in fact, over time, it got a lot more difficult. With my dad, there's the everyday stuff. My parents were always into like an education.
The first time, I go Horizon. I ne re batlela school, then Ramon ka le yone ke private school, a ngwala di aptitude test, ba tsena ka aptitude test, I pass. And he said, okay, Daddy, are you satisfied? I said, yes. Okay, can we go to my school, the one that I told you about? At least let's go and see what will happen there. So it was about 100 of us. We brought our children to come and write up aptitude test. But after he wrote the examination, the principal called us on the side. Hey, ngwana, a ke batla anyway, ke mo batla. Okay, are be responsible parents, are supporting ngwana, re ska supporta the interests tsa rona. Ne ke tshwantse go flowa le yena. You understand, because maybe ha ne ke tlo mo foster gore abe what I want. Wa bona maybe come disturb somehow. So I want him to be himself. Ne ke batla gore ebe Kgaogelo, ska ba Kgaogelo according to Daddy. Kena ko Horizon ne ke sebetsa, and you know, The most painful part of this whole thing, ke gore ha tlo kena go Horizon, I lost my job. You know, ka sia mama ali ko mathateng. So I was scared. I remember very well that at that time we had nothing.
My school decided to waive off my school fees, and because of my achievements, and gave me a 100% scholarship. So I thank the school for that.
It meant a lot to us who understand that, because they understood our situation. They always understand the situation of their learners and their parents' situation, you know. So it felt good.
I like the interactive role that my school played, financially speaking, trying to support me as much as they could. Mr. Akinji is a maths teacher at Horizon High School. He taught me maths in grade 8, 9 and grade 12. And he was also the Olympiad coordinator at my school. He's the one who introduced me to the Maths Olympiads.
We give all our learners to participate Olympiads a chance to participate the Olympiads. So second week of school they write a selection test. It's open to everyone. So in that test, Kgaugelo got outstanding results. So he's chosen the Olympiad team. And after a few weeks, when he got the other results with the class test and the exam, so he was all outstanding. So we thought this Kgaugelo has a gift.
Maths Olympiads are a set of maths competitions at different levels. The main Maths Olympiad in South Africa is the South African Maths Olympiad. And it's a national contest. Everyone in the country can participate, consisting of 3 rounds. And then the top 50 students from the whole country, regardless of age, are sent to the Stellenbosch camp. From 50 people at Stellenbosch, it gets cut down to 16. And then from those 16, a team of 6 is chosen to participate in the International Mathematical Olympiad. I was 22nd in the South African Maths Olympiad in grade 8. And I was chosen to be on the Pan-African Maths Olympiad team in grade 9. I was 14 years old, the youngest on the team, and I didn't come up with anything. I didn't get a medal.
He was very young and the youngest kid in the team, and he wasn't quite ready. His skills were still developing, and he got disappointed results. He was thinking, whether he could be able to do that or not. We keep motivating him in a way that he still has years in high school, grade 10, grade 11. So he has these skills. He proved himself in national Olympiads. Even if he does slightly good, it's an excellent achievement.
I've always been really focused on my goals and accomplishments and achievements, and a lot of times I have been stuck closeted in my room.
Nadula ali one ka ko kamoreng ali busy practice mathematics. Re ba worried gore ngwana ha a bala gagolo. So sometimes o bala ka Christmas day ha re happy o busy na o etsa mathematics. Ha re no ra tsamaya re ya ko my mother's house or his mother's house, Rochaka. And now usala ko ntlong a practice ka Christmas day, ka New Year's day a related the cricket, and now busy was studying, so he kept on practicing, he kept on learning, he kept on researching,
I'm actually the lowest ranked Pan-African Maths Olympiad contestant in history of the South African participation. I did that badly, and that failure sort of motivated me to change that. So the next year it was a team of 6 again. The team came out with 1 bronze medal, 4 silver medals and 1 gold medal, and I got the gold medal, and I was 15 years old at that point, at my second time in grade 10. And that experience took me forward to the year after that, where I made it to the International Mathematical Olympiad for the first time. And I was 16 years old, and this year, all the effort from all of the contests throughout high school, it all culminated into like this one big achievement, the bronze medal at the IMO in Cape Town. The circumstances don't allow this natural intelligence to come out.
They just got relaxed, and what happens is in grade 12, some of those learners cannot even get an A in maths.
Let's learn from one another. Let's go. Let's learn from one another. Let's go.
It is very good in him having such a dedicated learner, because we used to have learners who achieved bright results in grade 8 and 9, but all of a sudden, after they got like top 100 in South Africa or they got some medals, they just got relaxed. And what happens is in grade 12, some of those learners cannot even get an A in maths. So it used to happen, and actually we were a bit afraid of Kgaugelo, whether he's going to carry on or he will keep motivated. But he chose the right path and didn't even get the track out.
The position of Horizon Ambassador was given to me at the end of grade 11. The position wasn't exactly given to support me. It was for me to give back to other people. For me it was a mentorship, it was a mentor role where I could use my experiences to try and help other people who were coming into like the maths and science programming sort of like community at school, and like to try and involve them in this sort of stuff, mentor them. In doing this, I went to a bunch of schools and I motivated the students to try and participate. Like, I wanted to make a much more far-reaching impact. Like, if I can motivate people in many different schools to all participate, then like it's much easier to find the potential. The potential is there. They just need to be nurtured, like told. You never know what hidden talents you may have, and especially people from like disadvantaged communities. Like, you could have a bunch of like really smart kids who are like intrinsically smart, but like their circumstances don't allow this natural intelligence to come out, and I wanted to help them like use this natural potential to their fullest, and that was like the whole goal of the Horizon Ambassador position.
As a parent, the biggest insight in supporting the kind of a child who is gifted or who has special gifts for a parent is support. That's the biggest gift. It's support. You must not judge them. You must not change them. You must flow with them. If you bring change, bring it positively. Don't make them feel like they're making bad decisions. Don't make them think they existed in a wrong place. Just be there, be supportive. Overall, achieve greatly.
The triangular relationship between the parents, the learner, and educator is very important. So the learners don't feel alone in their development. They see there are my parents here, there are my educators there. So all these are supporting me. And if the learner sees that, so they have more reasons to motivate themselves. So it's not only me in life. I can do my part now. So if the parents and educators do what they can do, I think it is time for the learners to realize what they can do.
I would say that I've not missed out on my regular school life. I've always tried to keep everything as balanced as possible. My mathematical achievements with my activity at school. I founded the programming club, and I did a bunch of other clubs in school as well. Music production, programming, chess, art, even debate at some point. It's all about keeping everything balanced holistically and academically, and that's something that I've always tried to do throughout all of high school. Interact with the students as much as I can. I'm a prefect, that leadership role between me as an older kid and everyone else as the younger students. That's something I try to like develop. But like, yeah, I always try to be as open as possible to like new experiences, not completely directed towards maths.
Mr. Akinci, nka mo describe ya ka motho o empathetic, o committed, o involved, o na leng lerato la ntho e etsang, o ratang bana ba ba rutang kaofela a sa kgetholle. Before ever a teacher, he is a parent. O ipea mo ditlhakong tsa batswadi ba bana ba ba rutang. That's why ke berekisa lentswe le la gore o na le o empathetic. La bona ke tlo nna ke ntse ke kadima mantswe a mang a sekgowa ka gore ra shota ka Mosotho wa bona. So ke ka mokgong ka kgonang go mo describe ka teng. He is a soldier, he is a universal commander fathering a kingdom.
Because of my accomplishments, I've had a lot of bigger doors have opened. Universities are suddenly like lining up to have me, scholarship people, companies are like fighting to like see who's going to sponsor me for like university, and like the future from now looks pretty solid, I guess. Like those sort of opportunities are kind of really important to me at the moment.
The advice that I need to give to other parents out there is that be there, be committed, be involved with your children, because with you they'll be motivated. When mommy is here, bana baba motivated mostly. So everything ba support in whatever they want to do, so long as it's right. Support ngwana not only ka ditaba tsa sekolo, e ka ba ka sports, e ka ba ka dancing, e ka ba ka music, e ka ba ka any talent e leng gore ba e bontsha, ba supporte ba batlele di sponsors, ba batlele batho ba ileng gore ke di professional on that, so that ba tlo kgona go ba nurture hantle.